Go.
That's going to be crazy. Huge shout out to our members over here if you can see them. I know it goes by pretty fast. Guys, I had a literal headache after forecasting this storm. This is one of the most complex and weirdest and stupidest.
Hello everyone, welcome to episode 9 of Magnets and Mental Health. Unsure if Beth is going to be joining. She might be joining. I have sent her the link. We have been in discussion in the last hour. Also everyone, it's Adam's birthday today. Rupert Ruxoff, his persona on Facebook. Obviously, he's one of the four of us on Essex Magnet Hunters. So please, everyone, if you could wish him a happy birthday. And Adam, if you're watching Sunshine, we love you, boy. We love you. And today's episode is going to be really interesting for you, Adam, because we've got Keith Pointer on soon. And Keith is going to show us a lot of your finds, what you actually found from that bridge near where your mum lives. You ain't going to believe some of the stuff that we gave to Scrappy Boy. You are not going to believe it. Also, at approximately 8 p.m. tonight, we will be having a special guest, like always, and it's all going to be about spreading awareness. Certainly for something that's very close to our hearts. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to give it away who is going to be the special guest. The special guest will be on approximately 8 p.m. tonight. I've got the competition to do from our Facebook group anytime now. And Keith Pointer, if you check your instant message, Sunshine, you've got the link. If you wouldn't mind clicking the link, son, and getting ready to come on, because we can't wait to hear what you've found out from Essex Magnet Hunters' previous videos. So hopefully I should see you in the waiting room anytime now, Keith. Right, everyone. As we all know, I started a competition 2 weeks ago. It was for the Magnetar hat and 5 different stickers that we've got currently at the moment. We are going to get some new ones done, obviously, because Beth Charles is now an Essex Magnet Hunter. And we want to get some done with Beth Charles on as well. So, yeah, highly collectible. Once these stickers are gone, they're gone. And, you know, we've got plenty to give away at the moment. But we will be getting some new ones very, very soon with Beth Charles on. So, right, if everyone's ready, there was only 10 entrants into the competition. It wasn't a magnet competition, was it? It was a hat and a few stickers. So, Keith, I can see you. I can see you in the waiting room. You stay there, Sunshine. I'll have you on in 1 minute. Right, everybody, good luck for the competition on our Facebook group, Essex Magnet Hunters. See if I can get that. Here we go. Here we go. Right, as you can see, don't need to see instant messages out. As you can see, there is 10 people. Right, I've got them all listed up and down. And all I've got to do is click the spin. So I want to click it. No, it hasn't clicked, is it? Well, hold on. I want to do it so it's totally fair and you see it on camera. Spin the wheel. Oh, I've got to press the middle of the wheel. Right. It's been a long time since I've done it. Let's get it all on camera. Ready? Here we go. Good luck, everyone. Is it going to be James? It's James Pearson. Well done, James. You've got another Magnetar hat and a selection of 5 more stickers coming your way. So, absolutely, well done, James Pearson. Musselburgh Magnet Fishing. They've also started a new Edinburgh fishing group on Facebook. Go and check it out and join, because that would be absolutely brilliant. Right, without further ado, I'm going to invite our first guest on for the night. is a wealth of knowledge. He has been on Magnets and Mental Health before, and he is going to have a regular slot on our Magnets and Mental Health show. Once a month, we're going to be letting him on, and once a month, Keith, you are an honorary Essex Magnet Hunter. Welcome, everyone, to Keith. How you doing, sir? Hello, boy. Look, mate, you're looking rather fucking dashing there, I must say.
Oh, I've got my mowing going at the moment.
That's wonderful, mate. Wonderful.
I've been asked by people from Canada, New Zealand, Australia, and also America on their radio.
Wow, wonderful.
Just been on one today at 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Okay.
Went well, and he's asked me back. So, you know.
Just like I did. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Now, to everybody's, you know, not sure what Sir Nigel has pulled out of the cut that went there before, like for the second time running. People have said, "Oh, could it be this? Could it be that?" Now,
it's got to be something amazing. It's got to be something.
People say, "Oh, is it a 2-inch mortar, a 3-inch mortar?" I look in the glimpse at it. I think it may be a pit. Right. I'll give you an idea what a pit looks like. Hang on a second.
There you go, everyone. This is an exclusive, isn't it? Because Nigel don't want anyone to know. Obviously, if it was Essex Magnet, I'd be exactly the same.
Well,
but I can't control him. I can't control him.
Well,
no, this is fantastic.
If I can find it, hang on a second. It's not in that one. Bear with me for a minute.
And Adam, I'm cracking open a bottle of red wine right now, and I'm having all due in celebration for your birthday, sunshine.
Oh.
How is there 63 comments already? Sorry, everyone, but I've just noticed the chat section weren't open. It is now. Oh my God.
If I can find the pit, right, it'll give me some idea. A pit, by the way, is an anti-tank one for basically knocking the cracks off a tank. So it's called.
Okay.
Similar to the Panzerfaust. The Panzerfaust is a German one, which is to basically knock tanks out, and it's got like a in its thing. Now, before we go on to it, now this shows you an anti-tank gun, right? That fires grenades. Now, if I can, it's a big book.
I swear I used one of them last night, Keith, from Call of Duty.
Now,
wow,
it's
mate.
that long. That's it there.
Well, Nigel, if you found that fucking beats my VZ58, mate. I tell you.
Yeah, that's a grenade launcher, right?
Indiana Spike. 2 seconds. Let me just let her
There's
Go, quick.
Hang on a second. A pit is very similar to it in a way, but it instead of shooting grenades, it shoots projectiles, which is made like a bomb, basically.
That is great. That's the kind of thing you don't expect to see other than on a computer game.
Just bear with me for a minute. I've got to look for it because there's several people have asked me about it, and basically should show you.
James, can you have some of your luck, please? Please, mate.
Yeah, I've got it.
Share a bit of luck with me. That'd be fucking awesome, son. Honestly, mate. Honestly.
Yeah, look.
Nice person.
That's a pit.
Wow, mate. That is.
And I've got a feeling he's got one of those. It may have.
So that's what you think.
But I've got one up in the loft.
Have you really?
Yeah. So no troubles with there. Now, Rivet, what he found from the canal, from, I'm not sure what series it was, right? Then when he was pulling out all the bicycle frames, right, there was two of them that came out.
Two were very, very old. I remember.
Yeah. This one, right, this, I can't see the what people are putting in, you know, in the...
Oh, if anything comes up that you need to read, don't worry, I will put it on the screen, all right? You can see that. You can see what Treasure Nation have wrote, can't you?
Yeah, he said a platter coat. No, a pit. A pit. It's high potential a pit, it's called.
Hannah from Welly just said she thought you said fear, as in a
No, you can't throw Fiat at the tank. It just bounces off. We found that out when we pushed one or two of them. Now, going back to the river, what Rupert brought out was one of these. That's it there.
That is it. That is the one, mate.
Yeah.
Hold on, everyone, right? Because I'm going to tell you exactly what Essex Magnet on the video that was. I've just got my I've just got the channels up on the phone. Right.
Now it'll just show you the frame, but the wheels were the wheels fell apart basically from being too far in the silk.
I think that was Only Fools and Handbags. The episode Only Fools and Handbags. We titled it Only Fools and Handbags. It was only a minute.
Give you an idea, that frame that he found, one of them, I'm telling you this one, I asked my mate, I gave him a screenshot, and he looked at it and he went, oh my God, you've got to be joking me. You mean to say they're giving it to the scrap man? Yes. You know how much they lost? I said, no. Why, how much is it? And he said, well, let's put it this way. The frame alone is worth 1,800 quid.
That's
what?
Mate. We ain't got a pot of piss in between us, and we threw away something, gave it to a scrap man for fucking...
The other one we haven't got pictures of at the moment. I'm still looking through all the, I don't know if you can see. There you go. All those books there. There's 20 books there, right? There's 20 books on the other side and about 50 in the back bedroom. Now, I'm looking through all of them, but I know for a fact I looked at one of them in the book of Miller's Guide Collections. Wow. Now, in here, right, in there, there's a bike, a frame alone, right, a Victorian frame. Just the frame itself, nothing else.
Yeah.
Right? I had a word with Ken Watkins, who does bicycles for Victorian and also for filming and everything else. I asked him about it. I hope you're all sitting down. He blew me out of the bloody water.
Go on.
I said to me, mate, beep, 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 beep. And you know what beep means, don't you?
You don't have to say beep, mate. You can fucking say whatever the fuck
you want. You said it. I said, fuck you hell, you joking me. Right? He said, no. He says, are you sitting down? I said, yeah. Tell me, please. It's getting on my nerves, just waiting around for it. And he said, go on. You know, and he said, right, £6,500.
Unbelievable.
What?
Unbelievable.
And he said, £6,500. That one you showed me a screenshot of the Victorian with no seat, no wheels, just the framework itself, right? And it's going for £6,500. The paratroopers fold up one, which I showed you. Now, you can tell it's a fold up one in the centre of it, just where my finger is. Hang on, there.
Yes, yeah, that one.
Folded. It's folded in half. So when it's situated on the, give you an idea, that's it there, look.
Right, okay.
Right? That's the bike itself. The bike alone, right, the last one that was sold in private, a private collection it was,
right.
In Bewdley, in Worcestershire, right? It was sold, the framework of one of them was sold for £3,500, and the bike itself sold for nearly £8,497.
No, this is crazy, and this
Yeah.
is why people have got to contact you when you pull out.
Well, that's what I mean. People don't realise. I mean, it's same as Sonic. He found something that he wasn't sure of, asked me about it, and I said, "Well, hold the line." I said, "You know that is, don't you?" And he said, "No." I said, "That's off a QL, Bedford QL window lever that levers the window out.
Okay,
Then
okay.
you've got the split screen ones.
Right.
The split screen ones are the early type of vehicle, right, where it opens out and folds out.
So that could be similar as well. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. But the later ones, which is the Urquhart, a bloke called Urquhart, Major Urquhart, he changed the windows over from on the lorries from single windows to double windows, so it would be easy to open out while the bloke's driving. There'll be an army bloke there shooting through the window, while it's open, of course, and also there'll be a hole cut out at the roof area where they can slide a 30 cal submachine gun in the wake of anybody in the way. So that's how they used to do it, and that's how they move stuff across places of Europe to get petrol to the actual tanks and vehicles, and also ammo. So there you go. The other one, the
2 seconds.
okay, I'll wait until he comes back.
Oh, it's freezing,
I have a
mate.
secondary coffee.
We had snow in Essex today, mate. We woke up this morning and there was only a thin coating, but there was white everywhere.
Yeah, it was quite up there.
At 5 or 6 a.m. this morning. It hasn't snowed since.
Yesterday, this morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, while I was talking to Canada, right, at 3 o'clock in the morning, to help out with what's going on here, like, because I've got loads of friends everywhere, like, and historians, right? I looked at the clock and I said, "Do you realise it's 3 o'clock in the morning?" He said, "Is it? It's 8 o'clock there, 7 o'clock in the evening." Well, I said, "Bloody hell, it's -5. -5 outside."
Wow, -5. We were told it.
That's enough to freeze the ears of a brass monkey, I'll tell you.
Tellboy, right, in the chat, Tellboy's in the chat right now. Now, you've put, I think you've got damp issues, lol. What is that referencing, mate? Because I'm freshly showered, right? I've just done my hair. I've shaped my beard. And I ain't got no damp issues under my arms, have I?
No. Oh, a bit there, yeah.
It's where I've just got I put this on straight out of the shower, son. So,
you forgot, you know what you forgot, don't you? Your links. Underneath there.
I've got no reason to forget that, mate. I was bought 7 of them at Christmas, so.
Oh, well, that's it then. Anyway, going back to, and also that some people said to me, "Well, how did you know about all these things?" Well, from pictures. I said, "Well, there's a lot of people out there who do military stuff, more so than me, and also Rusty."
Yeah.
I know I shouldn't mention his name, but Rusty.
You can mention his name, mate.
I can mention his name, but all I know is, he's into military way, but he can get things wrong.
Yes, he can, unfortunately, and Essex Magnet Hunters know that better than most. But
Yeah.
he didn't do it intentionally, and
Well,
at
the
the end
thing
of the
is,
day,
up in my loft, I've got a replica. It's actually a replica of the 2-inch mortar that I've got. Sorry, the pit I've got up in the loft is a replica, which I made myself.
wow,
Basically, I made it for myself, and I used it in filming. Filming was No Bananas, which is a B movie. The other one was Saving Private Ryan, and the other one was for A Bridge Too Far, right? Which was the episodes, not the film, the episodes for a Dutch Dutch filming people. It was
right,
through them. We
okay,
couldn't speak Dutch, so basically we was involved in 12 them out to spare up the numbers basically.
right,
And it was an episode of Bridge Too Far.
okay,
Their version, because I was there, it was in Holland.
right,
Okay, and also Saving Private Ryan, and also Band of Brothers. Our club was involved in loads of filming and loads of episodes. Why we're not about still is because people move on. The club got a bit smaller, and in the end we had to disband it. But I gained a lot of knowledge from different things and what they used in the filming side of it. So yeah, that's how I met loads of people through the filming side of it. Even Bruce Crompton, who was on Quest, I know him. He knows me and a few others. Magic Paul, greetings,
Sophie.
Sophie. Now, everybody says to me, how would they wrap that bike to a person while jumping out of plane? Oh, this is how it is. That part there, right, is where where it hangs round the person, right? That is the bike, and that part there is the wheels, right, and everything else.
Yeah, I suppose you can see the shape of the wheel now. Yeah, now
Yeah.
you've said it. Oh wow.
So that's how they do it. That's how they jump out of planes. There's a famous leg bag, right? The famous leg bag that people lost during the Second World War. I've got the bag up in the loft. I'll bring it down one of the days when I go up there. I've got to sort it all out, and there's quite a few stuff. And I will put it in the times when I'm with Terry, right? With the
Absolutely.
I'll be bringing stuff down and showing people. And what I'll have to do is I'll have to stand back a bit further where that picture is and show it you, because you can get it all in one picture.
Yeah, so you can get it in the picture.
Another thing is a mate of mine wants me to do a resume of all the stuff that we've managed to find, that is the Vickers submachine gun on firing duties, the Lewis gun on firing duties, the BRA on firing duties, the Lewis gun, and also the Vickers submachine gun, the Bren gun, not mine but another one, that'll be used, right? And that'll be in the year, so to speak. It will be gradually moving into it, and then what I do is if I get the calculations right and everything else, I'll be able to put pictures through on here to show people what I mean by it, and how our tank runs over. We run over two cars at the moment, and we enjoyed doing it. So, and also the police enjoyed watching it being crushed.
Really?
Now, people say, "Oh, why crush them?" Well, you see, the thing is, it's like this: the government tells the police to grab hold of these people who are doing drug running, right? They get caught, they get in the slammer, and their cars gets either stripped, right, pounded, stripped, or it would get impounded and crushed. So we crush them with the tank to raise funds for whatever charity we did go for.
Have you ever thought, Keith, of filming a said occasion like that? Putting a phone on a tripod and just putting it so that
Oh yeah, we've done it.
You've done
We've done it once or twice, and our tank's been filmed on the you know the game called Tanks, World of Tanks.
Right, yes, the game, World of Tanks, yes.
World of Tanks is supported by the Norfolk and also, the Norfolk Broads and also the Tank Museum, right? And we usually go with the Tank Museum and supply and also display our tank. Let me see, what's the secret to Thames say? They have mini motor. Yeah. Now you want to know about the mini motorbike? That's it there.
Wow, look, just as Phil says it, and then there you got a picture of it there, reference.
That's the reference and the picture of it. Now, it does go. It's a quarter of a gallon of petrol. Magic Paul says, Case, I have some fantastic history for you in episode 6 final. I know that you love it. It's about trains.
It's about trains, mate. That
Yeah,
is.
I've got loads of trains. I've got an 060 locomotive, right, that I've got as O gauge, and I bought it for about 40 quid, and I found out it's worth over 300 quid.
Wow.
You save money in the the build up of everything.
Yeah.
Should I put another police card
on one of their police cars under the tracks as well, Pete?
Well, yeah, we did do. Yeah, we did do. It was a Skoda, right? The Skoda that the police force had was in Cambridge. Yeah, a Skoda, would you believe? Not bad at all, but just for some known reason, it had that many faults wrong with it. What we did was we'd done a spoof, if you like to call it.
Right, okay.
Where the army takes over from the police, where the police can't get anywhere, and you can see the tank going over it. It really knocked out of it. He crushed it. Give you an idea, the lights, they still kept the lights on there and everything, right? We ran the track over it, and it was like, there's a bonnet to the roof, the top bar to the roof, right? And then suddenly, when it got run over, it was like that.
There weren't a few police officers in it when you did it, mate.
No, I wish there were, but they weren't, they had to be moved away from it. They done some filming and all. I did some filming of it and all, so it was all amicable. It was brilliant. We had a real film day, was it?
If you ever get any footage, right, that you'd like to share on YouTube, right, you're an honorary Essex magnet hunter, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you ever want to send me some video footage, I'll edit it and I'll stick it on our channel for our viewers to watch.
Oh, right. Well, I've got loads of filming.
You know what I mean, in the future.
Oh, I will do a lot more filming now. I've got this new camera, this new, look.
Yeah, I know you showed me this last night. Look at this, everyone.
Yeah, look at this one. It's
This is quite amazing.
That one there, right? This give you an idea. It's got four
cameras on the back, so that's got to be
One for infrared, at night time, so you can do it at night. One
Nice.
for close up. The other one is for distance, and then you've got the video camera itself.
And then that's normal, yeah. You normal.
And that was off somebody that appreciate my work. So, yeah. All I want now is the stand to go with it to stop me shakes, because my shakes are like this, Well,
that's why, Keith, you get a tripod or you get a gimbal.
Yeah.
Electronic stabilising device, and it will eliminate any shakes that you have, mate.
Well, I'll have to try that then.
Yeah, I'll send you a link.
That's it. That's the bike in use.
Wow.
Now, just to let you know, right, those type of bikes, hang on a minute, let me see what else is. If you've never been, to Thetford, the Army Museum. Yeah, I've been to Thetford, and also I've been to the Gloucester and Warwickshire Museum, also the Staffordshire Museum, the Aldershot Museum, also the Tank Corps, and also the Norfolk we call it now Tank Museum, also the Tank Museum down London, also the Tank Museum down at the Isle of Wight. Anything else you want to know?
What museums ain't you been to?
Well, the only one I haven't been to is the Transport Museum in London. I've been to the War Museum because I was asked to go there.
Okay.
A friend of mine was stuck for some information, and I took some books down, some ancient books which I got, and took those down, and he was totally gobsmacked. And also I gave him the the reference number, the OS numbers for in France, where there's 3 digs going at the moment in the new year, which basically in March, April time.
Right, yeah.
In France, there's a certain part which I've told them to go to, and on the field, they're doing field walking. You got these metal rods with handles on them, right? Okay. And they push them into the ground to see how far deep to go into.
Mm-hmm.
Bovington in Dorset is a good museum to. Yes, it is.
I've never even heard of Bovington. I didn't know Bovington was a town, mate.
Yeah, it's a really good
it's
museum.
Like a fucking hot drink to me.
Yeah, there's loads of museums. Even the Cold War museums, there's still loads about. Even down at we call it now Northants, there's 2 Cold War bunkers down there. There's supposed to be secrets. I knew where they were. They ain't no secret to me.
5 minutes walk from my front door, mate. I've got them concrete things that look out to sea.
Yeah.
From my front door, mate. There's about 6 of them.
And the tank, and making sure that the tanks don't get up on them. The tank concrete ones. Now here's one for you. Over in France, as you know, there's quite a few museums. If you ever do go over to France, go for the D-Day one, right? Which is Sword Beach.
Okay.
Right, go to that one. Now you'll probably say, why that one, Keith? Well, actually, there's about 4 or 5 items that we found at our club that's been delivered to there.
Wow.
So basically, we couldn't find a museum that would take one in the UK, but we had to give it to France instead, which is a pity.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Eden's Camp is up. Yeah, I've been on Eden's Camp.
Donated a German waxing. Amazing.
Yeah.
Phil from Thames Do you know of any ROC bunkers in Buckinghamshire?
Let me see. There's a club you need to join, right? This club is on Facebook, and it's well known to anybody who wants to know anything about army bunkers, display bunkers, or even RAF bunkers, right? Even up as far as the Cold War bunkers, right? There's a club on Facebook. I'm not sure about which one it is, right? But my mate has suggested I should join it and all. So if you do come across it, let me know and I'll join it with it and all.
Absolutely.
No, I don't mind joining those sorts of things.
Mm-hmm.
But here's one for you. Where I live, there's a British telecom tower that was put up in 1956, right? Most of the British telecom towers were built between 1956 and 1965. Right, most of them are obsolete now, but underneath, nobody knows, but underneath there's over 25 to 45 miles of tunnels underneath.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, and it's all produced from Cold War stuff. So the British Telecom said, oh, no, it's not. It's all to do with cabling. Is it bollocks?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Is it bollocks? It's all to do with the Cold War, that some of them lead up to big rooms where they do all the trafficking and communications, right? And also set areas where people can sleep and eat and, you know, everything else.
Yeah.
Right. Hi, everybody. Is okay.
Shelley. Hi, everyone that we haven't said hello to. Tellboy,
Right.
Ash. There's so many comments coming through. I'm trying to get your comments on the screen.
No.
Get everyone on at some point.
I'm still in the proceeds of getting to looking into that big barn, and I mean it is a big barn. You can lose, well, let's put it this way, you can put a half track in there, right? You can put a German Panzer tank in there and still lose it.
Bloody hell.
That's how big the barn was.
Jesus.
Right. It's ex-MOD barn, and it was owned by a consortium, right, of people.
Right, okay.
And
sounds
in the end, they sold up bits and pieces, and the last one they sold up, it belonged to, it was ex-army. Kenneth Owens, his name was, and basically he died of COVID 2 years ago. And his wife didn't know what to do, so she got in touch with our Ken, right, my mate Ken, and also we called him Gary, and basically they bought all the contents and they asked me to sort out all the paperwork. Some of the stuff they found half of a, we reckon it's either an able, right, or a Bedford, right, half of an engine. The Avos engine is a very astute type engine. It wasn't mentioned much because they didn't use them. All they used them for was for the Beaufort tractors to pull the Beauforts, or even they was used for putting the gliders in position for the D3s. And also it was used on, the latter one was used on the Avo, right, Sophic Camel biplane, which they used on many a time on ships, and also they're the type ones who tried to sink the Bismarck at the time and hit the propeller part with the torpedoes.
Okay.
That's the engine for that Sophic Camel.
Wow.
So there you go. We've got loads of stuff from there to there, and we've kept it all. 50 cal round is a greater find, especially seeing one. Right, now, hang on a second.
Yeah, it's the size of your pinky finger. Do you know that? I think that's one of the only calibre of bullets that Essex others have not
What do you mean
found.
like that?
There you go. There's a .50.
Yeah.
That is why if you get hit by one of them from 500 yards by a sniper rifle, your head
On
will
the tip, you see it's black, right? There's different sorts. There's a red tip, a yellow tip, and a black tip.
What's the
The
difference?
black tip is the one that goes right through armour, right? The yellow tip and the orange tip and the red and the other type ones are what they call glowworms. It's tracers. You can actually see if you get a tracer to hit something and bounce off it, you know where it is. So you put one of these in it, into the chamber, fire, and it goes into the tank itself, or drill a hole into it, ready for another round. Okay.
Oh wow!
So that's how you get it. And it's all right. This one hasn't been fired, but I could take it apart. And inside there's gunpowder, right, and strengths. We call it not strengths. They are like reeds inside, which is similar to gunpowder, but made into lengths so it'd be easier to fire properly and you get accurate percentage. That's how it is. So that's something up from there. Anybody else has got any information? What's magnet fishing? Mines, a FA42. Now, the one mine that has been brought up from the sea, from the strong winds and the storms we had of late, right? A sea mine that's turned up. Now, this sea mine will basically make a bloody big hole in a fishing vessel.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You can sink it within seconds. It'll blow up and sink.
Two deactivated ones are on display at Brighton Sea Harbour.
Yeah, but the one that they found only a couple of weeks ago, right? Not the one that had barnacles on it, and they blew it up at the near by field. This one was found not far from Slapton Sands, right? And it was taken over to the sands themselves and blown up. It made a big hole of 100 foot long by 200 feet deep.
Jesus Christ.
And they're still alive. Any ones that come out the sea are still alive, even they've been in the water for 75 years. They've even come across a First World War sea mine that's been in the water for nearly 100 odd years, and they bought it out and they disarmed it.
Fantastic.
Drained all the stuff out of it, and it was in bucket loads. Green guns, green olive, greeny brown guns that came from underneath. They emptied it, and it was all TNT. That basically it's very similar to Capnol. And Capnol is a type of bomb that goes on the ground or in a confined space to blow up to make a whacking big explosion. Right, what else is there? Here's a question too. Did the KV2 tank actually exist? Yes. It did exist, but it wasn't used as many as what people thought it was used for. There was a bit of the unusual items that was for the tank that basically wasn't much good. It's like saying, hang on a minute, we get the radiator and put it in the front. That sort of thing. Or the gun that basically was too heavy for the tank. So yeah, there was used, but there was not used as much as they like to be used.
Okay. That's really good, man. That's really interesting. Look,
Now, before anything else, I'm just going to get myself a drink of water because I'm.
Okay.
Oh. And I've left it already eaten up.
Bless his little cotton socks. What an absolute wealth of knowledge this man is. And I have told him at 8 o'clock the special guest is coming on, so he's literally got 10 minutes left. Anything he doesn't get through today, don't worry. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and follow this Expectancy on all socials. As Keith will be joining me once a month. At one stage in the near future, he'll be joining me and Beth. And I'm going to give him a regular slot on the show. Because as you can see, I mean, the feedback we had the first time was absolutely amazing. And he's a lovely guy with a wonderful heart. He's had a rough time, like so many of us have. And, you know, I think by having him on Magnets and Mental Health once a month, it's amazing. It's great for him. It's great for us.
Okay.
It's great for our mental health. So that's fantastic.
I like this now. Hang on a second. I've been here before. I play a game called World of Tanks. Same here. I used to play it many a time, but I should be very, very advisable for playing that game because there's so many cheats. So many cheats going on there. Yeah, from First World War to the Cold War. Yeah, I believe so.
It's all right, I'm back. Somebody in the chat said that they couldn't hear me. So
Oh, right, hang on a second. Let me just turn off a second.
I'll just refresh the browser. Can you hear me all right now, Sophie?
I can barely hear you. I had to turn it off. Now,
I don't know if that's fixed it or not. I need some feedback in the chat, everyone. Can you
no, oh yeah, and yeah, vice versa. But here's one for you.
certainly hear you?
Excuse me. If you're in World of Tanks, be careful because World of Tanks, I found out, they're cheating. Let's put it this way: they are cheating fucking bastards, right? And all they're interested is this. It's called money, right? And if you pay to go in there, you get less gold or less points for your tank. So that means to say you got to buy in for more. And it's owned by the Russians, by the way, not by the Americans as it used to be. Same goes with World of War ships and planes. Now the planes are crap. Absolutely crap they are. The joystick you got don't work with their joystick. Which I found out. It's a lot of
How
crap.
am I now, everyone? Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, I can hear you now, loud and clear.
I've just changed something in the settings. Has it been like that since I started?
Yeah. I
You
thought, good,
fucking
yeah. No, I thought you was on. I thought you was on quietness.
No. But I've just gone into the settings on StreamYard and there's something called mic leveling and it was ticked on. So I ticked it off and it come up microphone volume and I've put it at 200%. So it still sounds funny, Tel. I'm going to give it one more quick refresh. Now I've changed the settings.
I can hear. Oh, it's gone off now. Anyway, going back to World of Tanks, it's a bit of a rip-off. Be careful what you do, right? And also the map.
Right, I'm back. Hopefully it's all right now, everyone. Do I sound better? Really? That's the normal Till back then, isn't it? Fucking Mr. Foghorn.
Bloody hell, you give me ears a good ringing.
That's brilliant. Right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Donna. Thank you for the
Right,
feedback.
as I said, the Cold War tanks are fine, but the tanks from World of Tanks, basically be careful. But these places on the map, if I could show you places on the maps, right, the tank maps and area, there is places where to hide and also catch 1 or 2 tanks unawares. But
Really?
yeah, there's one where you got the battlefield of a building area, right, and then you've got one that goes up a ramp and comes down the other side to where a church is, if you remember, right. Now these people, right? Oh, hang on a minute. Whoa, what? Now you sound like the Essex boy.
Have you seen the beginning of this video, Nigel? Because Mr. History Man here thinks he knows what you found.
Yeah, I think it's good.
It probably ain't, mate. It's probably completely fucking wrong. But if it is right, I think we need to get together and we need to give this man a fucking medal. So we've got to wait until Wednesday, everyone, for the episode.
It's either a pit you've got, mate, or it could be the one with grenade firing from a gun. But my bet is on a 2-inch. Oh, actually, it's a pit.
If you're just grabbing things out of the air.
Yeah, or it could be a bazooka.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
It's my VZ58 a fucking shame. I'm sure whatever it is, it's got to be amazing for the fact.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, the thing is, though, I didn't realise that Northants was on there. Well, I
think he's only just joined, Keith. I think he's only just joined. But Keith, we are getting close to the bit where I've got to bring on to this week's.
Oh, no, that's what I mean. I've got to say to everybody, this is a history man talking from the hip. Still with it.
Bless him. You're more than welcome to stay on, Keith. You don't have to leave the broadcast.
I'm willing to stay on, yes.
Well, stay on then. Stay on. Because today's episode is really to show everyone what severe autism
I mean to tell you,
is all about. And how it affects people that are in our community. People that sometimes are a little bit misunderstood. But if you can please listen and hear their story, I'm sure that it will be part of bringing the magnet fishing community back together as one, as it should be. I'm going to bring her on now. Go on, Keith. We'll let you just do that last little bit, and then we're going to bring her on our new special guest.
This is our tank, right? I found out it is our tank.
Wow.
And that is a collection that I'm in it, and I'll show you. Just a brief one. Oh Christ, where are you? Bear with me just a minute, boys.
Anna, White Welly, magnet fishing.
Right.
Two of the most amazing people I've ever fucking had the pleasure.
That's me there jumping out of a Bengal carrier years ago.
Okay.
In a film called Band of Brothers.
Band of Brothers. Was that a film? I think it was a series.
Band of Brothers had all to do with the American Airborne. But the American Airborne, 1st Airborne, right, helped the 1st and the 6th Airborne of the British side to get them out from Market Garden when they got surrounded.
Okay.
So that was us jumping out of a Bengal carrier from when we was doing filming. But it wasn't actually in the film, it was just pictures. There you go.
Nigel's put most people are happy with a car. Not our Keith.
No.
You got to fucking go one better, mate, ain't you? Get a tank.
Yeah. I was going to get, actually, I've asked Kenneth, right, any chance of the Northants or the Essex groups or any of my mates can be coming onto the tank. And guess what his answer was? Sure, you Cheers the bloody thing. Fuck's sake. What, do you want medals? I said, no, I just want people to come and jump on the train, tank.
What a video that would make. What a video that would make. No, that'd be a fucking awesome, Keith.
Yeah.
That would really be awesome.
Just
Right, Keith, I'm going to bring on. Keith, I'm going to stop you right now. I'm going to bring on.
Go for the phone.
She don't really need much introduction. And the only thing I could say is that, like myself in the magnificent community, this one's got a bit of a fog on for her mouth. I love her dearly. I love Marco dearly. She's from Rockhampton Raiders. She has 3 severely autistic children, non-verbal autistic children. And, that's why we've done a lot of what we've done over the last couple of weeks behind the scenes. But, I'm going to bring her on. Welcome. How you doing, darling? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Why am I
not too nervous? You're not too nervous? You all right?
Little.
Bit that's courage, darling. That's courage.
Yeah.
What happened with your GHDs? I saw something in the chat, but
they blew up on my head the other week just before the New Year's live. They blew up on my head, and I've just used my other ones, and they've wrecked my hair. So I've just had to condition it in cold water and put it up.
Jen, you look lovely. So just let's talk. Let's give a little brief introduction as to your condition in life at the moment and your.
I don't really know where to start, to be honest. I was hoping this was going to be like a Q&A. If anybody's got any questions, just tell me. Just ask me.
If anyone's got any questions for Jenny regarding autism, pop it in the chat and I'll pop it up on the screen. All right.
I've been doing a blog on Facebook called Autism.
Hello, Margot.
Yeah. If you haven't already caught up with that, please do. It's very full of information.
Autism Elite on Facebook. It is what it says basically. It's all about autism, and if you really want to learn about severe autism of children, a severe autistic family, and the caring side of what goes into it, please join Autism Elite on Facebook. It is really amazing, and it's only through the help of other people within the community that we've given Jenny and Marco the strength to actually talk about it, because I want people to be aware of your struggles, darling, and it can't be put any other way than struggle. It is a struggle. It's a daily battle that's probably worse than my worst mental health on a bad day. So
can I suggest something?
Look, Andy from Leeds Magneteers, fucking love you, Andrew. Now this is to you, Jen. Look, your blog, brilliant and informative, isn't it, Andrew? It is absolutely amazing, and I suggest everyone, please go and join Autism Elite on Facebook. But everyone's amazing. You are.
I can see the comments. If anybody wants to ask questions, then please do.
I've got a question to say.
Go on,
then, Keith. Yeah, you've got a question.
I've got a big railway layout in the background, building, right? And I was saying to Terry only a day ago, would it be ideal to get a charity going, right? And what charity should I go in for? And what was your answer, Terry?
Autism. Absolutely wonderful, and fucking round of applause, mate, because that is what 2022 is about. 2021, the magnificent community raised awareness for air ambulance, cancer research, multiple different charities. But this year, and I believe I really think we need to be raising money for autism this year.
Yeah, well,
I think it's amazing.
2017, I raised 800 quid for air ambulance. That was only half the size. Mine goes 81 way, 40, 60, 80. Right, it's a big layout. And I put it on Facebook many a time. When I finish building it and electrifying it and running the trains on it, not only I will be, but also there's quite a few And I know White Willis is interested in
Andrew,
railways.
he's got a keen interest in modern railways.
I said to him, why don't you come up, right, and we can make a charity of it and raise funds for autism.
Absolutely, why not? Because I'm going to try and do a collaboration in Essex with as many magnet fishers as possible. Probably Romford in Essex, because we've been given permission to do the Blacks Canal in Romford. We could fit 300 magnet fishers on that canal. Now, I'm not expecting 300, but I'd be disappointed if we didn't get 100. I think we could make a day's event of it. And also, what with my friend Stanley, who's got cancer, bless him, and our heart does go out to you, Stan, he is offering to bring all his disco equipment. Now, I'm not saying we're going to have a fucking party and going to be dancing about. What I mean is, we'll have a microphone. We'll have numerous wireless microphones. We will have speakers on stands, and we will make announcements during the day. We will do raffles. We will do it all.
But, camped out there.
Probably won't be until early summer. Probably won't be till early summer. I've still got to discuss it with the boys and analyse the day.
If it's summertime, we could camp there.
Absolutely, yeah, no problem with that. And there's a camping area 3 minutes walk from our back door, mate. So people could even camp in Brighton. So
yeah, I'll bring up the army truck. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Camping the army truck.
I'm just going to check the chat and see if there's any questions for Jen.
Not yet. I'm looking myself.
Oh, bless. Look, mate, Sophie said, you know she'll be there. That's amazing. Thank you, Sophie.
Well,
Jane, for a magnificent, you'll be
there. Take him down there.
Ted said he's going to come. I think he has, by what I'm reading. I'm sure that most people that are here right now, Shelley, you might not be able to magnet fish, but you could watch. You know, you could come along and you could watch, and maybe you could learn a thing or two.
Hannah's got a question.
Do a 24-hour. Phil's saying do a 24-hour. That I'm gutted that I missed the Manchester 24-hour collab that Scotty B done this year. But obviously, I didn't have my license. By the summer, I should have my license back and a vehicle, which I'm going to be getting, hopefully, a transit van. Because as much as I love our Essex scrapmen, I want to start actually keeping our scrap. We as Keith has shown today on today's episode, Essex Magnet Hunters has given away probably over £3,000 worth of historical items to the scrapman. And in future, we're going to be calling Keith from the riverside, from Canal Side, and we're going to be finding out exactly what we've pulled up and is it museum worthy? Because a lot of things, this is where they need to be, Keith.
I've got a feeling digging my magnet all my hole.
Right, there's a massive that's why have we got an echo all of a sudden an echo?
It's me. There you go.
It's gone. Yeah, it's gone.
I'm not
Who was watching us with their volume on, Jen? Was it Marco?
No, it was me messing around with the settings.
That's all right then.
Oh no! I'm trying to show you.
Is that better, Hannah?
That's much better. It's much better. Right.
The question that is.
Hannah from White Willie has asked a question.
Yeah, I have answered her in the comments. Mason has.
You're on the fucking live, darling. What are you answering in the comments for? You fucking talk.
Can't get a word in vertical.
Right, I'm shutting up. Keith, shut up. We'll shut up. Let Jen talk.
Yeah, Mason has a flat head syndrome, which is completely flat on the back of his head. It's not from sleeping on his back because he really didn't. It's just never corrected itself. The other two don't have that. He does, unfortunately. That's Mason's. Waylon has pica, which is the next subject I'm going to be talking about on Autism Elite, which basically means he'll eat anything that isn't supposed to be eaten. So it's quite dangerous, and it can can lead to hospital trips and fatalities.
Eyes in the back of your head.
Yeah, eyes up your backside is, yeah. Yes, girl white Hannah, they do attend specialists, all three of them. Yeah, they're in a learning disabled school which caters for all different kinds of disabilities. Some of them are in wheelchairs, some of them are oxygen dependent. Yeah, there's loads. What sort of techniques do I use when the kids lose it? Waylon is old enough now to know when he's done wrong. So we tend to just remove his iPad for 10 minutes and go for 1 minute of each year of their life.
I can hear one right now, can't I, Jen?
Yeah, it's Mason. He's in the living room. So yeah, Waylon, we take his iPad off him if he's violent at all, and he knows when he's done wrong.
There's so many questions, Jen. I know you can see them.
Yeah.
I'm
just getting through them now.
Yeah. You guys are amazing.
When they totally lose their cool, lose their shit, if I'm honest, I tend to run away myself. I tend to take myself away and let them get on with it, let them self-soothe to some degree. Because there's just no point trying to comfort them when they're scratching 10 barrels of crap out of you.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is severe autism, mate. You know, a lot of people are not aware.
Were the boys normal pregnancies? Yes, they were. All three of them were uncomplicated.
Wow.
I did have a condition called SPD with all three of them that got worse with the second and third, but that didn't in any way. That's just because I'm tiny. Do the boys not engage with speech? Yes, they do have speech and language within school. They tend to see them once every 2 weeks, I believe. Do I get enough support? Well, that's a whole new level. We get one night a week off from when we take them to school to the following day at pickup time, which will be about 3 p.m. That's one night a week. We're pushing for 2. Other than that, we get weekends and holidays. We don't get anything during term time.
Right.
Do the boys drink normal fluids, or do they need to be thickened? No, they drink water. They're quite fussy with juice and whatnot. And Mason only drinks infant formula. We've still not managed to get anywhere with that at the minute.
Oh no, that seems to be all. I think you've answered all the questions. You answered, Donna, didn't you, about time off yourselves once a week? And this is why when they go magnificent,
Donna, yeah, once a week.
They can go for 2 hours.
The days start at around 7 a.m. and can end anything between 10 and 3 a.m. 10 p.m. and 3 a.m.
I had it bad.
So
honestly, this is why I want to spread awareness. People do not realise that the work that has to go in. Autism, imagine like a traffic light system.
Yeah.
Now, there's a spectrum, isn't there? Now, you've got slight autistic traits, you know, and then you've got autism, and then you've got severe autism. And I don't know if I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, Jen, but it sounds like what your boys have got is probably the most severest of the actual disease.
Oh,
is it a disease? Is that right? Am I calling it right? Is autism
no,
disease?
it's a developmental thing. It's all here. They're wired different, I like to say.
Yeah.
Oh,
sounds nice, doesn't it? Wired different, you know what I mean?
Prefer select colours. I guess it depends what circumstances. Waylon only eats white food, which is really, really strange. You know, it's carbohydrates mostly and white chicken. You know,
Cauliflower.
White food. No, not flour. No, it's too.
Cauliflower.
Absolutely no. No, it's not vegetable at all. No. Wet foods. No. No sauce. They don't have ketchup on their chips and things like that. Do they have a lot of medication? No, they're completely unmedicated, Donna.
That is crazy. I can't believe that is the answer to that question.
Refuse to medicate them. Absolutely refuse. What they want to medicate them with is antipsychotic, and I can't cope with them, let alone them.
Oh, fucking hell, Jen.
Yeah. So I'm not happy to go down that route. Melatonin for sleeping is one of the things used in children. But the more severe the autism is, the more chance there is of them having a seizure. And I just don't think I could handle that. So I choose to stay up with them instead rather than medicate them.
You're sleep deprived because of it, aren't you, Jen?
Yeah, well and truly, yeah.
Yeah.
Although I did get a nice rest today.
And it's a rare thing that you
Yeah,
do.
we both slept while the carers were here. We get 4 hours a day at the weekends.
It is so heartbreaking, you know, when you think most of us will have normal children and have normal, normal lives.
Sophie, I once attended a client's house who had to have bars on their windows because the kids with autism jumped out of the upstairs window.
Wow.
We've experienced that firsthand. Hudson, we got a knock on the door from the neighbour one day. It was the middle of summer, so his bedroom window was open. My windows have the security vents on them, the security locks on them, and he pushed it, but he's so thin, he got his leg out of the window, and my neighbour knocked on the door and said, "Your kid's hanging out the window." I have never flown up the stairs so fast in my life.
Obviously.
He's got no sense of danger whatsoever. If he fell out of that, doesn't even bear thinking about.
Donna's phone died, so she's not sure if you answered the question. Donna, you did answer your question.
I'll just answer the other one I can see first. Is that something that will change? Is that something that will change as they get older? Honestly, I don't know what the future holds. We have no idea. They try.
All we can offer is our love and support, isn't it? And that's what we can do as a community. We can offer our love and support, being here, compassion, empathy, and understand that sometimes, yes, we all are human, and we all see a red mist from time to time. We all might say things that we regret, but a lack of sleep and having that as a normal life. Can you imagine it, everyone? Can you try to put yourself in Rughampton Raiders' position?
I'm trying to keep up with all these.
No, it's
lazy lobbers. When they have a meltdown, it sounds like the psychotic breaks my wife has. It is something you learn to deal with by experience and mistakes. I don't know. I've never seen it myself, so I can't say yay or nay on that one. As for bars on the window, Sophie, we have had to resort to that at some points. Certainly in the lounge. They're down now because we've got two that are too big to actually fit through it. But the little one, he does. He does try and get out the window. The neighbours, Jake, used to run down the street naked. He's 23 now. Do you think the boys will grow out of their habits? There was an incident last year where Waylon actually got outside in the road. They weren't in my care at the time, and the carers lost their job as a result. It was when we attended the Birmingham collab.
Okay. When we first,
the carers lost their job as a result of that because he was out for 7 minutes and nobody noticed he was missing.
Oh my God! Can you imagine?
Yeah, exactly. It was it was a guy across the street that's got a child with autism that brought him back because he could see he wasn't all with it. How did the boys react when Marco came into their lives? Well, they already knew him, Hannah. Mark was a friend before he was my partner. He was my neighbour actually. So yeah, actually his sister was, and he lived with her for a little while. So yeah, they knew him already. And yeah, they're quite used to people coming into their lives because I've socialised them well, hopefully.
Well, from afar, it looks like what you do and Marco, because they're not Marco's children, but he's more of a dad to them than their real dad. And I think both deserve an absolute fucking medal. And I think when things get within not just the magnet fishing community, but the community as a whole, you know, the people, when awards and that get, you know, do you know of a family that deserves something? This is why I was saying about, as a community, if Essex Magnet Hunters can raise enough money at an autism charity event, we would like to send you guys. How would it be? Because if we manage to raise money to send you guys to Centre Parks, you know, you can't go abroad, Jen. You know, that's
We would have to take additional carers with us. You know, there's not. Well,
wow,
if we want to go out,
that's crazy.
if we want to go out, we have to take 3 pairs of hands with us so that we've got one each. Because there's absolutely no way. You know, it does restrict us with life because we can't do what other parents would take for granted. You know, like just going for a family meal and things like that. It's not doable for us.
Oh God! You see what he's put? Look, I think that's a good idea, Jen. That's a good idea. There's nobody.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, Hannah. Yes, I can do that. Sophie, you said as long as you keep a key on you in case of fire, the windows aren't locked at any time. They're all button press, but they don't know how to work them. Luckily.
Oh
God. Donna, when one sets off, do the others follow? No, they're quite. Do you mean like a meltdown, or do you mean trying to get out on that one? But yeah, certainly during meltdowns, one cries, the other will get upset because that one's crying or shouting. They all kind of go off at the same time, and it's just like World War III.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
Isn't it, Keith? This is really heartbreaking. Everything we're hearing. I mean, I thought I'd really, you know, because I talked to you and Marco a hell of a lot.
Yeah, they do.
And I thought I knew the majority, but what you've done tonight is opening my eyes even more. You know?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Seeing it on my point of view, Lloyd, in the way of PTSD, I've got that. I know what it's like. Right? I got it through being in the army, like, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, only a couple of nights ago, I felt I was still in Ireland. You know?
Really? Did you serve in Ireland?
Yeah. 2 tours up in Ireland and 1 in Bosnia. I lost a great deal of friends. That's why I can only count 5 people on my hand that basically are my real, true friends. But since I've become the history man, I've gained folds and folds of people, right? I mean, all over the world, regardless of what people say. In your point of view, right? In your point of view, you're taking on 3 kids, right? That's got everything is wrong with them, in a sense. You're a brave girl, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
You're brave.
See, I've had them from birth. I've had them from birth, so I've adapted to them as they are, not trying to get them to come into my world, but going into theirs instead. So I did a course when they were when Waylon, my eldest, was first diagnosed. I did a course called Early Bird through the National Autistic Society, and that took me a lot. I took away from that.
But as I'm saying, right, you're brave. You've got 3 individual children that act on their own back, sort of thing. That basically, when one starts, they all start, right? Which is obvious, right? And at the same time, you've got to make sure that the house is like Fort Knox, basically, in a sense.
Yeah, our front door is locked at all times. Our back gate is a 6-footer double gate with a keyhole. You know, it's got its own key. So when they're out in the garden, it is locked. Nobody gets in, nobody gets out, and we're cameraed up, CCTV all round.
Oh, now let's face it, you're brave. I'll tell you.
No. It's not for mine. Make-A-Wish is for terminally ill children. They're not. Here, what's the outcome in later life? Will they go into a special home? Donna, I hope not. I'm hoping that we'll find the right area in the end. We'll find the right area to be in where the highest support is. At the minute, that's Warwickshire and Children's Services. As for adults, I'm already hearing that it's really rubbish for adults. So we may consider moving once he turns 16. That's say 4 years away. It's just matching the house, really. It's matching the size of this place and the size of the garden. We don't know what the future holds. Nobody does.
Can I ask a question again? Because I haven't asked one, and one has come to my mind. It is quite personal.
Yeah.
Is there a difference in life expectancy with severe autistic children? Will they live a normal, long life?
Not as a rule, but because they're non-verbal, they can't always tell a medical professional what's going on, so that can lead to complications. Hearts are a big thing with the autistic child. I think
Heart conditions.
Heart attacks are a bit more common, and I've got a murmur myself, so they may have picked that up.
Oh fucking hell! Honestly,
Yeah.
This is just
not at the minute. We've seen no symptoms at the minute, but they didn't find out till I was 9 years old that I had it. Do they respond to flashcards? Occasionally, yes, mostly in school, but not.
Marie's been teaching me a little bit about flashcards.
So all the teachers carry their own little group on a keyring of loads of different flashcards, and they can show Waylon like the pool, and he knows he's going swimming. Mason, is fully established PECS, which is Picture Exchange Communication System. He's a bit more advanced than the other two, but he won't use it at home. We give him the book at home, and he slings it across the room. It's quite funny the way he does that. You know, he'll only respond to that at school where they don't know him and don't know what he wants. Whereas at home, he's like, "What the hell are you giving me that for? You know what I want."
Oh, bless.
I'm interested.
You know, in my head, they have a voice. You know, I know exactly what they're saying.
You know their communication skills.
When he drags me to the cupboard and wants me to open the cupboard, I know he wants milk. You know.
Okay. Wow.
So you know, I've had them since birth, so I'm so clued up with them. It's other people are like, I don't know what they want. I don't know what to do. How the hell do you do this every day? You know, there is no verbal communication. You don't know what they want. It's like process of elimination, like a baby. You know, when a baby cries, you think, what's wrong? So, is it
feeding? They're hungry.
Are they cold? Are they hot? You know, all those little things you have to eliminate, even with the non-verbal. You know, they are. Anybody asks me, how do I look after them? I say, treat them like babies. They are babies in boys' bodies.
Yeah. And you don't love them any differently at all, do you?
No,
you know,
no. If anything more, it's unconditional. If anything, I love them more because
I think you do. Yeah.
You know, there's no.
Like
I'm not trying to raise a good adult. Do you know what I mean? I'm just getting them through. It's completely unconditional.
You're doing what you can within.
Yeah, you know, love needs no words. That's my motto with them.
Absolutely.
Love needs no words. They don't need words.
It's amazing. Yeah, magnetic core. Oh, hold on. Sorry, it's Hellboy before that.
Yeah, I'm looking. Are your boys learning sign language as they don't talk? So Waylon is 12, my eldest, and through a lot of persistence and hard work, his teacher has managed to get him to sign, and it's like this. Hang on, it's more, please, and thank you is there, and he tends to just go whack like that, like please and thank you.
Oh, bless.
Yeah, so it's both in one go, but more is this, but it's took him years to get there. So we've got more, please. So when he wants more food or more water, it's more, please. And sometimes he'll just go, please. It's like, please what? What do you want? Please what? You know. And if he then signs more, I think about what he's just had and he wants more of that. I'm definitely in tune to them, Donna. Do the boys get upset when their routine is changed or something unexpected happens? It's not even changeable, Sophie. That's the extent of that. Yes, absolutely, 110% on that one. it's not even changeable. You know, we have to stick to a very firm routine with them, because if it changes in any sort of way, they get really upset.
Yes, yeah, because Daniel from DS Magnet Fishing, I believe he's got 2 autistic children. I think I'm correct there, Daniel, aren't I? And Willow's the same with work, at school, and home. Yeah, it certainly is an eye opener. It certainly is an eye opener that it kind of puts your own problems into perspective, Jen.
I thought, I mean, 1 was bad enough, but 3?
Yeah.
Well, don't think of it like it's bad. You know, it's not bad.
I didn't say it was bad in that way.
No, I know what you mean.
Honestly, Terry, admittedly, if I'd have known then what I know now, there would have only been 1. But because there's only 16 months between the eldest 2, we didn't know. He weren't diagnosed until he was 2 years old. And you'll see that in Autism Elite when they were diagnosed and how it come along.
Yeah, I think Autism Elite is going to go a long way, Jen, because the way that you're wording it and you're going into so much detail on Autism Elite, and you even make humour out of it. Last night, when one of your boys spread poo over the settee, and then you took a photo and shared it.
We call
just
it
to give everyone an idea of the kind of things that they can do.
Yeah.
It really is just fucking crazy, and I'm just so glad that I've given you a chance. Not that I've given you a chance, but that I'm helping in spread awareness. You are doing everything yourself, darling.
The carers sheet
I'll
says,
say one thing, Magic. I reckon you should have a fucking medal.
Absolutely, Keith.
You know,
absolutely.
You've gone through hell back and then going through hell again. I reckon you should have a bloody medal.
Going back to Sophie, I didn't fully answer your question when you said, are you getting all the support you're entitled to? To get an extra night a week, we're having to come under the looked after child umbrella, which means the local authority, where they come under as looked after child. Looked after child means care. It's a care order. But for us, it doesn't really mean anything other than breaking the mold.
Yeah.
So it just means that we're exceeding a certain amount of hours per year on nights. And to exceed that means we have to have different sort of meetings. We're already child in need for all 3 of them.
It's got to be extended, Jen. It's got to be. For at least 2 days a week.
Well, this is what I said. I said to my social worker when she said LAC, I looked it up and I'm like, what does this mean for us as a family? And she said, well, it's just a different meeting for you. She said an independent reviewing officer will be appointed, but it really don't mean anything for you, Jen, because you and Mark are such a team and so good at what you're doing. We wouldn't even have grounds to interfere with care situation.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they were to take them into care, they'd be separated anyway. So it's not in their best interest to even look down that route, because nobody can do it with all 3. Nobody. Any changes result in major meltdown? I don't really understand that question.
Any changes result in major meltdown? I'm not sure what Phil means.
Routine changes, yes.
Possibly,
Yes, yeah.
It does.
Yeah, how are they with teeth brushing, hair washing, etc.? They all love their showers and they do lavish the shampooing. They absolutely love their hairs being massaged. Teeth brushing is an absolute no-go. They gag and they throw up. So that's not something we can do. We're under a specialist dentist for them. And we're literally working towards the dentist actually looking in their mouths, let alone brushing their teeth. So I don't know the answer to that. Maybe sedation to clean their teeth once a month. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, Daniel's confirmed it. He's got 2 autistic children, works at school, but ask her to read or write. No. Sophie, she's got an autistic girl to read their parents' claim, and no.
Yeah, unfortunately, Sophie, there is a lot of them. there is a lot of people that say, oh yeah, my child's severe, and I'm like, can they talk? Yes. Can they use toilet? Yes. Can they go out for a walk with you? Yes. Then they're
Doesn't
not
mean
severe.
they're not autistic, but they don't deserve that part of the severe spectrum.
No, they don't deserve the level 3. You know, it's not an award. You know, I'm not saying it's an award or anything, but it is insulting.
Of course it is, and it must hurt you.
Yeah,
You know, like emotionally, it must hurt you.
It's like a lot of people will go, oh yeah, mine's classed as non-verbal because there's only a few words. It's like, that's not non-verbal.
Non-verbal means that you don't speak.
Yeah,
Right. That's how it is.
exactly my daily life.
Yeah.
Yeah, voices make noises, as we say quite a lot.
Yeah, when I'd concussion really badly, I couldn't speak, right, for 4 months. I couldn't speak for 4 months, and I know what the kids are going through because I was trying to say something, but my words come out like this.
What caused that? Was that the PTSD from the army?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. You do hear about soldiers, don't you, coming out and mentally
Yeah, got you on that, Shelley, yeah.
I got crushed from a massive big bomb blast. I've got shrapnel part.
You're 100% on that, Shelley.
Yeah, I can quite imagine because I don't.
They have a few nights gone to a respite centre, which is like a home, and they've come back. They haven't had a bath and things like that. Their bum cracks are still dirty. It's like, this isn't bloody acceptable.
Definitely
they're not cleaning them properly. I mean, that's not acceptable.
Unfortunately, and I might be speaking out of turn here, but obviously I know carers. My ex-wife was probably still is an amazing carer. White Welly, Hannah, another carer. Yeah. There are some fantastic carers. Unfortunately, it is a job that is paid not very well. And in any form of a job that ain't paid very well, probably 80% of the applicants are paid peanuts. And when you pay peanuts, you hire monkeys. I mean, I'm not being racist in any way, shape or form. Yeah. I'm just saying that a lot of care workers ain't fit for the job. There are a few that are fantastic. My ex-wife was one of them. And I'm sure Hannah, when she was well enough, was another. But there are plenty that are not well, and not good enough to be in the position that they're in.
Well, we use a specific company now, and the people that work for them, some of them are absolutely amazing. We can't even fault them. But there's others.
That's wonderful.
There are others that come in completely blind and have never even changed a nappy or fed a child before. And it's like, what are you doing here?
Why have they sent you here?
I'm not paid to train this person.
No, you have to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not gonna be any better.
Yeah. But you've had my with Calves and Taffs. Calves and Taffs, I'm not sure what is that Child and Family and TAF.
Can I ask you something? Right. When you who goes out to get the food and stuff? I mean,
it's online. We do it online. It's online shop. But if we need anything urgently, it's usually Mark.
Well, what was it before you went online to do online shopping? Was it
me and the little one?
So basically, you were still. I mean, I've seen one of them I'm not saying if he was autism or what, but what his mum was picking up, putting on in the basket, he was picking up and throwing it.
Yeah, that's very much what my youngest is like. If I leave something somewhere, he will pick it up and lob it across the room like, excuse me, that doesn't belong there. It is funny.
Have they just stole things then? Have they when you not even realise they've picked things up and fucking put it between their legs?
Like sometimes I'll go to my room and I'm like, what is this? He's trashed my bedroom.
Yeah. I mean,
throw Mark's Xbox across the room before now.
The Walmart people at the time when Walmart was about owing to the recording now Asda, right, was going to throw these people out. I said, hang on a minute, might be something wrong with the child, but you don't throw the family out.
Yeah,
Leave that.
exactly.
And
A lot, and a lot. You get
the
that a
bloke,
lot.
yeah, the bloke said to me, what do you know about this? Oh, mate, I've got PTSD, right?
Yeah,
I fought for this fucking country. You don't get to use people out, but not putting your words into your brain and throwing people out. They've come to do some shopping. It's not their fault their kids are a bit
Absolutely.
unruly. You can't go by what the parents do, so basically, back off.
yeah.
Anyway, the manager came down. He said, it's all right, mate, it's all right.
This is
It's all
why
right.
awareness needs to be spread. This is
So
why awareness needs to be
I
spread.
can definitely tell you
Where
that.
is that?
I mean, I being part of the special needs school community, I've had a parent come to me and say, now I know her child and I know her quite well. We are friends. And she said, I literally had some guy come up to me and turn around to me and say, Keelan just needs a good slap.
Oh,
She got him. She actually got, and he kicked her child, and she actually got this bloke removed from the
What?
store in the end. Yeah,
Removed? He should have been fucking arrested.
her child. Yeah,
yeah.
Oh my god, if I was there, I would fucking
Yeah.
string him up.
it
by the
happens
fucking-
a lot, Terry. It happens a lot. I mean, we've had funny looks and all sorts. People look horrified.
I mean,
They
let's
see a
face it, I have,
disabled wheelchair, you know, and the
I-
noise he makes with his iPad. People are absolutely horrified by the noise he's making. Do you know what I mean? They're like, "Can you turn that down?" It's like, no, I can't turn it down. Fuck off.
Yeah.
like saying, oh, hang on a minute, let me find out where the button is first, and I'll let you know later.
Yeah, got a remote control here. Hold on.
He's just going to turn it straight back up again. Sorry about that.
This is disgusting what we're listening to.
Yeah.
This is,
Real people don't realise.
they don't, Keith.
They don't realise what autism is all about, and I'm willing to, when I'm doing the railway, I'm willing to get all the magnet fishing guys who are into railways and everything else and bring them down, right, and raise enough funds we can. You know.
Yeah, definitely. That is our goal for 2022, without a doubt.
Yeah. Well, if I can't do it this year, it'll be next year. I mean,
Can I just go on this question here, right? Shelley put, I was a carer, not disrespecting anyone, but it's one of the few jobs you don't need training for.
It's true.
I've never been a carer, Shelley, but my wife was always going on courses for, what do they call it? The pulley system. The,
Yeah, hoist.
what's it called?
Hoist.
Hoist. Yeah. So I wouldn't agree with that. I mean, obviously, Shelley, you've been a carer. I haven't. But I know my ex-wife, Claire, she was always, she was with Care UK at the time. And they were sending her weekly, 1 day a week. She was always getting trained on new things. So I don't particularly think that it's fully untrainable. But I know what you're saying, because it's an entry-level job and it pays probably minimum wage. That's why they get people in with zero experience.
My lot are on just over £10 an hour.
Wow.
It's just not enough, is it? It's ridiculous, for what they've got to do. Alex Burrows, he's not in the chat, but we're talking Sleaford Diggers, another magnificent family. He's a carer, and I don't know the extent, but I know he cares for severely disabled people and people with communication skill problems.
Yeah.
And he excels in it. He is a
Probably
fantastic
very.
man.
That's
And,
why you said you wanted to talk, isn't it? Because he's very much on my wavelength. We haven't had a conversation yet.
No doubt you will in the future. No doubt you will in the future.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look at Marie from Peaky Dippers. We had no idea that her full job was, in a school with autistic children. So I'm sure, amongst everyone within the magnificent community, we can help one another. And, my goal for 2022, because everyone knows I suffer bad with my mood. This brings it home to me. Not only how selfish do I feel for being
Oh,
in
God.
the middle position, but how selfish other people should feel, right? And I'm not talking about anyone in the magnificent community here. I'm talking about people closer to home. I'm
Yeah.
thinking, you know, there's no excuse for people to treat people poorly. You treat people, right? When you're brought up, you learn that you treat people with the respect that they deserve and the respect that they show you. Common decency, courtesy, and manners cost fuck all.
Treat
And if
people
you
how
ain't
you wish to be treated.
reciprocated, I give up and I wash my hands, because this makes me realise how disgusting the world is that we
Yeah.
live in. And
It really
all
is.
I want to do for my next 30 years, if I've got 30 years, please God, I want to spread awareness and try and help people less fortunate than ourselves. You know what I mean? It's,
Hannah's got a question I didn't answer.
yeah, go on.
Hannah said, do you think you'll ever get them out of nappies? We did try with the youngest, and school were very much on board with that, helping us. 3 weeks we tried with him, and he just ended up peeing everywhere. It was a game to him in the end. He found it hilarious that he peed up the cooker and then ran outside again.
Is there any chance later on, like in their 20s, in their
I hope so. I don't want to be changing them forever. Do you know what I mean?
No,
But at the minute, no. At the minute, there's no awareness.
Oh, look, Alex, we've just been talking about you. I've been smack-mouthing you, mate, because you're a fucking idiot. Actually, mate, no, we love you. We love you, Alex. I was talking about your profession. I was talking about how you care. You know, you're a carer. And I weren't sure as to the exact thing, but you and Jenny need to talk, because, you know, definitely, you're on the same wavelength. He's a lovely man, Alex Burrows. If anyone needs anything made with some paracord, Alex is your man. He's got a hobby, and he makes little men out of paracord. He made me one, a West Ham one. It's fucking awesome, Alex. I love it. I really do. But yeah, he's a lovely guy. You've made it, mate, but we're an hour and 42 minutes in, so... oh, look, Keith. Magnetar, everyone. M&MH 5. Right? Honestly, they're the bollocks.
I got a complete kit. A whole lot.
Right, let's...
Nothing bad, Alex. Nothing bad.
Donna, I worked for the NHS, and we had to go on training for all sorts of courses. It's a lot of bonus for the department and the learning. Really? So they get bonuses for sending you, so they're not really concerned as to whether or not you learn. And that's quite concerning to learn, that is, Donna.
My partner was a nurse. That's how we met. And she helped me out.
Is that the one that passed away with breast cancer, Keith?
Yeah.
Right, okay, yeah, I'm listening.
She was the one who learnt me how to read and write properly because of the explosion I had on my face here. You see? Still got scars. That's why I grow a beard, so I can hide some of it.
I had no idea.
Yeah. I got blasted from a belly can, we call them. What it is, somebody steps on it, it flies up in the air and explodes.
One of them ones, yeah. Oh my God.
I got hit, my mates got hit, and 3 of my mates got killed.
Oh, fuck.
So, yeah. I had great times in the army, but...
And traumatic times and bad times also.
I've got to go into hospital this Wednesday, right, to have something done to my leg. Because it's playing up my worse now. Because what it is, the splinter that was in my leg is starting to come out. So the metal splinter is about this big. So I can't use the magnet this side, right? I can only use it the right side.
What if you forget?
Pull it out.
Yeah, but what if you forget? I mean, Jesus Christ, Keith. You could throw your magnet in and end up halfway in the fucking canal. I mean, Jesus.
That's why sometimes I always use the grappling hook, right? Because it's non-magnetic.
Right.
But since I've had that one off the peaches, and it's been brilliant. Don't get me wrong. I can only go it on my right side, not my left side. So yeah, I'm going to go into hospital Wednesday to have it out.
Best of luck, mate.
That's why I walk with a walking stick. You know.
Yeah, I think we should actually make a quick mention. Not that I want to rush it, but I want to mention what Sheila and Dave do. Sheila and Dave are part of Rughampton Raiders. The Rughampton Raiders is the umbrella of 4 of them. You've got Jen, Marco, Sheila, and Dave. Now, Sheila and Dave are, I'm not saying they're elderly, but they're older than Jenny and Marco. But they really do help you, don't they, Jen?
Yeah.
They really, really do. And poor Sheila got pancreatitis this week, and she was rushed to hospital. So you're not even sure if you're going to have her help in the future, are you? I bet you haven't even thought about that, have you?
Just being there and being supportive is more than enough. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I mean, Sheila will, when they come over, Sheila will take over and do a few bits here and there, you know, and it really does help. Yeah.
I'm sure if you was closer to a lot of the people in the community, we would offer
like Hannah's
much
just
more.
said, yeah.
You know what I mean? And give us a little insight. I know it's changing the subject slightly, Jen, but Rughampton, it's not even a fucking town, is it?
It's not.
Because I googled it, and it was like Google was like, "What the fuck are you asking me?" Because I don't know what Rughampton is.
So me and Mark are in Rugby, and Sheila and Dave are in Northampton. So it's kind of a crossover of the two. It was said in joke, and it stuck.
Yeah, like shit, it stuck.
What would we call it? Rughampton Raiders. Really? You know, it just stuck.
And how long have you been fishing now? How long has the channel been out?
Hang on. Channel. It's Mark's baby, so he can tell you that. He can talk to you about that.
Well, the channel, to be fair, it started 2 years ago.
Oh.
We've had 3 channels in total.
Oh, okay. Step away from that light, Marco. Step up. You've got a light behind you, and you can't. Or step in front of it. That's better. That's better.
Yeah. The first channel, I trusted someone to help us out, and gave me the password and everything. And if we had a falling out, what did he do?
He wiped the whole channel,
deleted my whole content. I couldn't get back into it.
Is he still in the community?
He wasn't part of the community.
He was at the Birmingham collab, not this one, the one before.
It was
right.
Supposed to be a friend of ours, but no longer.
It's David's son.
Oh.
It's David's biological son.
So basically, he did that to us. So I started again, and then I got quite successful with that one. And then obviously Beth came along and gave her channel to us, and now we're going to try and make a good success of that one. You
will make a success of it. I'm going to be your editor for the rest of my time. I hope to be your editor for all your future videos. So please, everyone, if you haven't already subscribed to Rughampton Raiders, please hit the subscribe button. They do. Your original channel, your Rughampton Raiders, is not even called that anymore, is it, Marco?
No, it's called From This to That with Marco, but it has got all the videos on.
Yeah. So basically, if you have trouble finding Rughampton Raiders in a search menu, type in Little Miss Magnet and it will come up straight away. They have put LMM with a love heart at the end of Rughampton Raiders, and that's basically a tribute to Beth and Ren for giving their channel to Rughampton Raiders. And I hope that today's episode, everyone can understand exactly why Beth did what she did. You know, these guys deserve it more than fucking anyone, in my opinion. They deserve to be put on a plinth and to be, you know, to be showered in amazing things. Amazing things should be happening.
I'll say wanting the heroes completely.
Heroes, absolutely, Kate. And that's coming from him. You know, that's coming from a hero himself. You know, ex-army, PTSD, you know, he's been there, done it, worn the t-shirt, and he stood for the country. You are a hero, Keith. But
I wouldn't say that. I'm more like for bloody policing, we were.
it takes a hero to spot another hero. And as you today, I'm glad you stayed on because you've learned a lot tonight, Keith, haven't you?
Yeah, I learned
And I
a
think a lot
lot.
of people have. Let's have a look at the comments. Oh, blimey, Jesus. Good evening. Good evening, Alfie. Alfie Adventures.
Oh,
Shelley's saying she wishes you were near her. Yeah, I bet she does. She lives in Clapton near me. And she's been trying to get to arrange for me and her to have a little bit of a catch up. But she's got poor health. Obviously, I suffer with
I couldn't be anywhere near you lot because basically I'm 300 miles that way.
300 miles, mate. You're still an honorary Essex Magdalene Sunshine. Don't you worry about that, boy.
Well, if you ever come into my side of the neck of the woods, which is, as everybody knows, it's magnet enthusiastic.
It's not. It's magnets enthusiasts, Keith.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what your fucking Facebook group's called. Don't worry.
I'll tell you one thing, it's getting on for 1,800.
You'll be at 2,000 by the summer, boy.
Yeah.
With your monthly slot on this show, you know,
Yeah.
hopefully it'll broaden your horizon a little bit more.
And
And we'll educate one another, you know?
I'm on 30 nights on Facebook. So anybody who wants anything, you know, they can jump on there and give me a roasting or basically find out what was the...
He takes it all in good jest and in good heart. You do. You take it all in jest and in good heart. You know what I mean?
Because life's too short.
It certainly is, Keith. It's certainly, yeah, absolutely. You
I
know,
mean,
it really is.
This year, in April, right, this April the 6th, I'll be 64 years of age. Yeah, I'm getting old.
Well, do you know what, Keith? You are looking better than ever since I've known you. I don't know what it was, but the last time you come on Magnets and Mental Health, it seemed to give you a spring in your step.
Oh, yeah.
Got so much good feedback from it, as did we. And that's what we invited you on for a monthly slot on our show.
I'll tell you one thing. You, in your own right, Terry, you've got me to think about life itself in general. Now, life in general itself, right, can have its ups and downs. Mine was more down than ups.
Yeah.
What my doctor said to me, he said, well, once we've patched you up, you'll be 20 years old. I said, I wish. And it gave me a second look at life.
Good. I'm glad.
What's the point of dreaming about it when you can get out and enjoy life? Because you only get one time a stab at the life itself.
Absolutely.
Right? And as many people said, you can walk off the edge of the we call it now road, right, off the pavement, and get run over, and you're gone. Or you might be on a push bike, you're gone. So basically, what I'm trying to say is to everybody, live life as is. You only get one stab at it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that even goes for me. I've learned from you, Keith, and I've learned from everyone within the community. You know, I've got to learn to now only think positive and to think of the future, because I can't change the past. I can apologise till I'm blue in the face. My apologies are not getting listened to. I'm getting played against, and this year is going to be a big year for me.
Now,
It's going to be a big year
I'm going to say this as a question, right?
Go on, mate.
Terry knows I've said about it, right? And I said to him, why don't you get patrons to help you out? Like they do with me, I'll get patrons to help me out. Don't Jen and Marco, right? I think it's Marco.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Jen and Marco.
Jenny and Marco, why don't you get patrons to help you out? Hey?
It's something I might consider in the future, Keith. You know, I would like to take up metal on the Brighton Sea beaches, but I can't afford a metal detector, mate. I can't afford one.
Give you an idea, the patrons that helped me out with one of them gave me a camera phone. Over 700 quid's worth, right? It's got 4 cameras on there.
Amazing, Keith. Amazing.
I can use it now.
You know what I'm like though? I don't ask for anything ever. All I try and do is help other people.
It'll help you out, Tess.
Mm.
It'll help you out. It's like, give you an idea, it's similar to Dan. Dan had nothing to do with at one time, and now he's got a slot with Outcast. Right?
Yeah, he's just got a sponsorship with Outcast. So good luck to Daniel and recreational content.
If you don't get Patreon, why don't you get a sponsorship? A sponsorship.
Already got a fucking sponsorship. What are you talking about? We're sponsored by Magnetar, mate.
Yeah.
This is Magnet Hunters. We
you may be, but I'm sponsored by somebody else.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And I think that's something the Rughampton Raiders need to look
at.
Oh,
so it's sponsored by these.
Well, mate, if you're an honorary Essex Magnet Hunter anyway, then you're covered under the umbrella of Magnetar.
Oh, that's awesome.
Magnetar really are a wonderful, wonderful magnet fishing company. They're based in Holland, but they offer free postage to the United Kingdom.
Well, I've got the top, and I've got the
They stopped doing them tops, Keith. I wanted one, and I spoke to Annalise, and all they do now is the heated ones. Yeah, but they're £120 a pop, mate. I can't afford that.
You know, I want to. Hang on a second.
You're going to go and get it. Jen, you've done yourself proud tonight. You've been absolutely fucking amazing, darling. You really have. I think your idea of asking for questions rather than just... Because what you do on Autism Elite, that is your blog. That is your blog, and that is where you can go into massive detail. And hopefully, you're going to get many, many more members join. And if everyone, right, I don't just want people to join Autism Elite for me. I want people to share it. Share it with your family, share it with your friends. Let's try and make Autism Elite. It isn't anything about being bigger and better than anyone else. It is to spread awareness. Keith, I am so fucking jealous. I want that. How much, mate? I'll give you a £5. It probably wouldn't fit me anyway. I'd probably look like fucking, what's that, from Ghostbusters.
Yeah, fucking size 50 was much swampy, mate.
I'm double XL minimum, mate. Triple XL. No, it wouldn't fit me, mate.
Yeah, I was wearing that at the Warsaw one, the Warsaw collab.
That was a lovely collab, Keith, and that was when I fished right next to you.
Yeah.
It was lovely.
Your videos saying, "Oh, when you brought that fence panel out," I said, "Would you take a fence if I took a photo?"
It took me 2 minutes to realise you was making a joke. I thought, who's this fucker? Was he taking a fucking out of what I've just pulled out of the water? But no, it was lovely. And I had to turn around to you and say, are you the history man? Because you look so much younger in person, Keith, than what you look like on your lives. Perception is a funny old thing. And how we see each other can be completely different to how we see him in real life. And hopefully, in the course of 2022, we will get to meet each other, all of us, the whole community. We will get to meet each other on many, many more occasions.
I'll tell you what, does that mean collabs popping up this year? It's unreal.
There's going to be loads, mate. There's going to be loads.
The shows, the army shows that I've got planned. It's every day of the weekend. I'll have no time to do my own driveway. I'll have to do that in the week. Thing is, though, nobody out there will give me a full-time, part-time job. I mean, part-time job for
showing them in
10 years or more. Right? And
It's
there was a part-time job.
Do you know what? That's ageism, Keith. It's ageism. You are not at the retirement age yet. And if people will not hire you because of your age, then that's wrong. It shouldn't matter, because if you hire a 20-year-old for a position, you're very lucky if that man will see a year out. Because people nowadays, they don't stay in the same job.
What does it mean?
I did 18 years as a bus driver, but that's a rarity now.
Give you an idea, right? There's a friend of mine works for himself, right? He took on two 25-year-olds, right? Two 25-year-olds, and they get tax rebate on the PPIs, that is personal protection, right? They get tax rebate when they finish doing the training, and they get 25 years out of them for working. What have I got? 3 years, less than that, for looking for work. I've been looking for work for the past 15, 20 odd years. Properly enough, if you think about it. I've been in and out of hospitals, of umpteen operations, but I've always said I'm looking for part-time work. My job, careers officer, or as what you like to call them.
With the unemployment office, yes.
Yeah, the pain in the neck, you know, the old stubby. Basically, they keep saying to me, oh, there's plenty of work out there, Keith. There's plenty of work out there. Yeah, name me one. She said, oh, yeah, there's a job for you as a driver. Excuse
me, didn't you?
Excuse me, I can't drive anymore.
No. Well, I should be getting mine back this year.
And then afterwards, I said, come on, now, tell me where there's any more. Oh, well, I'll phone you back next time. See, they phoned me up now for the past 2 years because of the pandemic, and this year I've got an opportunity to either go down there and see her or have a phone call. And guess what I said?
Go on.
Fucking phone call. I've asked them to do it. I don't want to see the silly so-and-so.
Mate, you can say it how it is.
It's ratings and numbers. That's what we come under. Numbers. Everybody I know of, even ex-bodies, ex-bloody Navy, ex-Air Force, everybody's in the same sort of boat as I am. When they come up to the age of 60, they don't want to know you.
No, it's like you're unemployable when you get to that age.
It's like you've come out of the woodwork and now you're settling back to go back into the woodwork. Yeah.
Just a little part-time job would do you, wouldn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Part-time job, getting kids across the road, or...
so if anyone knows of a part-time position that would suit Keith here, right? Fucking hit him up.
And it's got to be in the Staffordshire area where I live. Close up would be nice in, say, Cannock. But, no, I mean, I could do this. As my mate said, I've been Canada, Kevin, right, I've been Kevin, Queensbury place, Queens says. Basically, he said you can take on doing history, right, and get paid for it. I wish I could get paid for it, but I don't.
That's ridiculous. How can someone like yourself, with your knowledge, not get...
Well, be a teacher? I don't think so. Me rolling 30 kids with bloody...
There are avenues online, Keith, right, where if you know something about something really well, it's called Skillshare. And you can create your own profile and do like an online learning class. You can stipulate how many people you'd like to attend and how much you'll charge everyone. And I think I'm going to look into that for you. I think that's something you might be able to do in a part-time basis and earn some dollar at the same time.
There's loads online that you can earn loads of cash, right? Even Amazon, you don't need to produce.
Yeah, that's selling, mate. No, I'm talking Skillshare is where you would do something similar to this, similar to Magnets and Mental Health. You'd set up your webcam, And then you'd say to everyone, right, what topic of history would you like to learn about today? And then you'd answer people's questions, and people would pay you for that service. I'm going to look into it for you, Keith. I'm going to look into it. As everyone knows, I'm all about helping everyone else. And if I can do that for you, that'll make me happy. So I'm going to look into that, Keith, and we will talk at a later time.
Yeah.
Jen, have you seen this question here? I know it's not really a question.
Yeah, I've answered it in the comment.
You've answered it. Lovely.
Yeah.
That's lovely. Alfie, that is wonderful. That is wonderful. And the same goes for everyone. If you run another group, please
Share it.
fuck Essex Magnet Hunters right now. I'm not bothered about Essex Magnet Hunters right now. It is all about autism today, tonight.
Yeah.
And Autism Elite, the Facebook group that Jen has created. She does daily blog updates on Autism Elite. And you might think you've learned a lot tonight. Trust me, if you join that group, you're going to learn a hell of a lot more. And you'll have even more compassion and empathy and to the wonderful work that they do. Right, let's have a look, because I think we're going to end it now, everyone. I think we're just gone over the 2-hour threshold. So unless there's anything either of you two would like to cover anymore, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Facebook Live after this, and I'm going to finish my bottle of wine with the community. So if you want to join, if anyone wants to join afterwards, let me know. And I'm going to do a Facebook Live.
Donna can't.
Yeah, Donna can't be there. Donna can't do Facebook Live. You're going to have to finish it here.
She can watch it, she just can't talk. Like, stock in her fucking mouth, tell ya. No, that's karma, Donna, for all your moistness.
Well, I've
Right,
got,
listen, you can't be smutty. No, you can't, darling. You've got to think. You think before you talk.
I've got a question to say that basically, if anybody is interested in raising funds for autism, right, and you're interested in railways in O gauge or double O, get in touch with me, please. The more people who are involved, right, I can get this charity up and running, so to speak. And it'll help it and also the partner. I keep forgetting the name.
I'm going to be starting inroads into doing a collaboration for autism. In Romford, Essex, everyone. So if you can make it, please come and join us. It's going to be wonderful. You know, we've learned a lot from other people and their collaborations, and you know, if we can just make it as good as theirs, that'd be wonderful. That'd be wonderful. Oh, there'll be multiple. There'll be multiple raffles. We'll get in touch with all the different magnet fishing companies, but not just magnet fishing, because magnets and mental health is not just about magnet fishing.
No.
It's about metal detecting. It's about the hobbies that bring us all together, the outdoor hobbies that bring us all together, and it's also obviously about mental health. You know, this week we have dedicated it to autism. And Jen, please, will you come back on in the future and give us an update, darling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex, can I just say something to Alex?
Yeah, go on.
Define normal, Alex. I don't like the word normal. I prefer neurotypical. So the neuro part is obviously the brain, and typical is typically developing.
Ooh.
She's fucking brainier than me, Keith.
I've learned something again.
Fucking amazing, mate. Honestly, what a woman. What a woman. And Marco, you should be proud, son. And we're proud of you, Marco, because what you've done, taking on your kids, mate, is absolutely amazing. You are a knight in shining armor.
Nothing.
And this is why we gave you Little Miss Magnet's channel that Beth gave you.
I'll tell you what, Marco, they need a bloody medal.
They do. And we will see that they get something at some point.
He won't find another one like me.
Don't want to.
Well, let's
Job at all.
I bet you have to sort out different Christmas presents for Farm Christmas to give them. You know, I mean, smiley, it'd be like a nightmare.
We've got a little one to say hello.
Hello, little one.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing? You all right? Oh, bless you.
Hey,
Mhm.
you alright?
Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Can you do that? Yeah.
Oh, bless you. Mwah. Mwah.
Come on, man.
He's gorgeous, he is.
Lovely, lovely boy. What a lovely boy, and a credit to Rughampton Raiders.
Right.
Right, everyone. Keith, zip it.
Yeah.
That's the silent scientist, in case anybody's wondering.
Keith will be back on. Keith will be back on in 3 to 4 weeks' time. He's going to be a regular, and he's going to be part of Magnets and Mental Health on a monthly basis.
And by the
So,
way,
if anyone's got any other questions for Keith, bear them in mind. In 3 or 4 weeks' time, he will be back on the show. Jen, thank you for joining. Marco, thank you for joining. Everyone in the comments, you have really outdone yourselves tonight. I'm often lost for words within the community, but all I can say from the bottom of my heart is thank you. I'd like to apologise quickly that Indiana has not been on camera tonight.
oh,
She is fast asleep on the bed.
Oh.
Right.
Sparko. Well, actually, no, look, now you've woken up, haven't you? You've woken up, darling. You've woken up. You say goodbye to everyone. Say, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh, bless her. Oh, beautiful. Right. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Please join me next week for Magnets and Mental Health, episode 10, when we will have another special guest.
I'm joining you, Tom.
What's that, Keith?
I'm going to say to everybody, this is a history signing off, and if you want to get in touch with me, please do so.
Absolutely. Same with Jen and Marco. If you want to hit them up, you can hit them up on Rughampton Raiders via either YouTube, Facebook, or also they're on Instagram and TikTok also. So, and myself, I'm just the face of Essex Magni Hunters. I'm the ugly one. You know, thank you, everyone, for your continued support. Please hit that like button. If you can, share it, subscribe, all the normal stuff. Thank you, everybody. Oh, yes, look at them. Mwah. Right, everyone, we're going to end this broadcast now, and I will see some of you on a Facebook Live in a couple of minutes.
See you later, guys.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining. See you later.